So yeah, SHVP has shippers now. Today's question for Question Tuesday is actually itself based on a question that I got on Formspring, as well as a similar question that Caitlin with a K got on Formspring, from someone who wanted to know if the two of us would date. That is not the question that I'm going to answer today. The question I am going to ask and answer today has to do with shipping, and just why do we do it? I mean, I think to a certain extent we all do. I know I do. Maybe not as obsessively as some, but I speculate on who's going to end up with whom. Now, if you don't know what shipping is, then first of all, get out from under that rock that you've been living under. And second of all, shipping is a takeoff of relationshipping. It's basically speculating on who is going to end up with whom in a given work of literature, or a television show, or a movie, or more recently, on YouTube. Now, I'm not honestly sure where the term shipping came from. It might have come from the Harry Potter fandom, but it might have existed before that, I don't know. But I first heard it through the Harry Potter fandom. Now, to a certain extent, I understand why we ship in literature or television shows or movies. Because a lot of those things are very much, this person's going to end up with this person, and this person's going to end up with this person, and everything's going to work out in the end. And I think we've come to expect that from stories, to the extent that we're going to start to speculate on who's going to end up with whom. And as we've discovered, many stories are not based in reality, and reality tells us that things don't always end up that way. And so oftentimes it's a nice little escape from the reality that in real life relationships don't often go as well as we would like them to. But now we have to ask the question, why YouTube? In the fantasy world, sure, we can understand that, but YouTube is actually based in reality. I mean, I am not an actor playing a part, at least not on this channel. I am actually a real person who puts his camera in his car and talks to it while he drives to and from the various places he has to drive to and from. If you get that reference, you're awesome. But somehow the shipping still carries over, especially when you're dealing with the collab channel. I vlog with Caitlin on Shiny Happy Vlogging People, therefore it's possible that we might be dating, ignoring the fact that there are 2 other females on the channel. But in a strange sort of way, it's almost natural that shipping transfers over from the fantasy world to the world of YouTube. Because in a lot of ways, the world of YouTube isn't that far off from the fantasy world. And even though these are real people who are doing the vlogging, they still don't seem like real people if you haven't actually met them. So it's easy enough to fall into that mode of, well, let's try to match people up. So my question is, why do you think shipping occurs both in the fantasy fiction media and also in YouTube? And do you think that this is a good or a bad thing? And on that note, I'm going to go out and enjoy this horribly gloomy weather for the 20 seconds it'll take me to walk into the music building. See you next time.